Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of The Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Guys, he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase Q4. Go to toppingtechnologies.com to learn more. And yes, you can mount it to an AR-15. Also, and lastly, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Porsche sales for the EV are dwindling, like the batteries charging, which, yeah, good luck supporting those long term. Now, this specifically is their four-door, the sedan called the Taycan, which all 18 people, they really love. I'm kidding, they sell it more than that, but yeah, as a sports car enthusiast, I think of it as an abomination to the brand. Especially because obviously it's an EV and there's only two pedals, which, Now, going to a specific article, this comes from autodrive.com. There you can see I was about to say the front of the car. I don't want to say repulsive, but definitely not my style. I was about to say my cup of tea, but that's more British. This is a German car, so not my favorite Stein of swill or whatever the effect you would look for. Now, specifically, this comes to us again thanks to AutoDrive, and they say, quote, "Things are looking rather grim for Porsche's electric darling, the Taycan. After riding on the high of the initial EV enthusiasm, sales plummeted by a whopping 50% in 2024. The company has always scaled back production, and it's, well, I'm not intentionally trying to butcher this pronunciation, but it'll probably be terribly inaccurate. The Zuffenhausen plant, maybe I got that right, from 2 shifts to just 1, a clear sign that the market appetite for this luxury EV isn't what it used to be," which, well, yeah, probably not. The only thing they did right about this is, at least it does look kind of cool and green, so I'll give them that credit. Their paint department is quite well. Well, they continue to say that, quote, "In the raw numbers, Porsche moved just 14,042 Taycans between January and September this year, a sharp drop from the previous year's performance. It's not just the Taycan feeling the pinch, though. Porsche's global sales overall dipped 7% during the same period, while other models followed suit. The Panamera is down 20%, which, well, that's the, still a four-door Porsche. It's bobbing. Great, I know they make most of their money from the SUVs, like most companies these days, and that's the Cayenne. But still, nevertheless, they say that the Panamera down about 20%, moving 21,506 units, while the Macan, the mainstay of the Porsche's lineup, which, yes, it is by volume, but we all think of the Porsche 911. Well, they came in for the government banned it with their EU regulations. Now, they say those also went down by 20%, with 55,000 units sold. Porsche claims that Macan dropped partially because of discontinuation of the gas version in Europe, as the EU tyranny continues to grow. Which again, why did they? My theory of why they want that, it's not emissions, because the globe cared about emissions. They'd focus on things like China, as well as India, which produces more than anyone else. But it's all about control. We're already seeing this in California, where you can't. They won't let you charge your car certain times of days. And yeah, if your social credit score isn't something, maybe you can't allow to drive, or they limit your radius. All about control, my 3 cents. And in Europe, they have a long history of doing that. Now, they say that Porsche's executive board, I can't believe that. I just can't fathom. They stopped selling the most popular SUV, the gas version, because they allowed the government to say, oh yeah, we're going to ban your most popular thing. Which is again another reason why businesses need to be involved in politics, because this business is being bullied perhaps out of existence someday. Again, they killed the Cayman, one of the best cars ever, and which is an entry-level sports car in a Porsche with a stick shift is great, and the EU regulations say, oh yeah, cybersecurity reasons and emissions. Ridiculous. Now, Porsche's executive board member for sales and marketing, Deltan Villaplan, didn't sugarcoat the situation, but put on a brave face on things, saying, quote, "The market environment remains challenging worldwide." And he says, quote, continues saying, "With the youngest model range of the company's history and sales structure that remains very balanced in the sales region, we are robust position. Our strategy is value-oriented sales, has proven its worth, and will continue to form the basis of our actions in the future." They also know that the pain was felt most in China. Let me fix that. China. There we go. Porsche's largest market, which nosedived 29%. Over in North America, things weren't much better at a 5% drop, which, not as bad as 30%, or 29. They say in China, Porsche pointed to the, quote, ongoing tension economic situation, while in the US, they cited, quote, limited production availability as a key culprit. And here you see one of those SUVs, which I'll give Porsche credit. Back in the day, which seems like just yesterday was 2009. They actually had a V8 SUV with a stick shift, which, yeah, if I ever had to get an SUV in my life, I'd love to get one of those. That sucks because there's only about like, I think less than 300 imported in the US. And even when they come up for sale with 100,000 miles, they go for like 50 grand plus. So, yeah, the odds are not good if I want an actual fun SUV. But I partially digress. They say, quote, curiously, despite the sales slump in Taycan sales, Porsche didn't make much of a fuss about the larger trend of softening EV demand is troubling the entire industry, while competitors like Mercedes and BMW are also struggling, particularly in China. The downturn in EV interest isn't unique to Porsche, but with electric versions of the 718, the upcoming Cayman, and upcoming electric Macan on the horizon, the brand seems to have a long view of thinking going to EV is their future. It's not. Oh, geez Louise. They say, quote, however, it also isn't all doom and gloom. The Cayenne continues to be Porsche's crown jewel. Yeah, the SUV, yeah, it's on the screen, the SUV. Talking, and this is why I understand why they sell it. It helps the company be massively profitable. That's what a lot of consumers want. They sold 77,686 of those things. That's a 21% increase. And that's why it's funny. People are always like, why do businesses make so many trucks and SUVs? The market demands them. And people love them, especially in North America. Now, they also know the iconic 1911 isn't going, well, I was thinking about America, 1911, the handgun, but this is the Porsche 911, which is German. 1911 is American, John Moses Browning, etc. Those were up 2%, totaling 39,744 units. Even as the soon-to-be discontinued 718 Boxer and Cayman saw a 10% boost, with 18,048 units delivered in 2024. Again, the government is bullying them out of existence. The model is increasing by 10%. Government's kneecapping and destroying it, turning into an abomination, an EV Cayman, which can't even take the most tracks because they don't have the fire suppression technology or the insurance policies for EVs, and also, yeah, you can't exactly recharge that between your racing sessions. Ugh, disgusting. And here you can see some of the lineup of the vehicles, most disgusting ones. The EV, all the sedans, terrible. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens to Porsche. Not great news for them overall with the government bullying them out of existence. If only there's a, yeah, to say the globalism crackdown on the stick shift and ICE engines continues. Unfortunately, who knows? It might get so bad. Maybe we get some more freedom in America. Decrease some regulations here. Maybe it'll get so bad Europe has to immigrate from Germany to America and start making the Porsche 911 and the Cayman in America 3 pedals, as they should all have by default, and a gas engine. Crazier things have happened throughout business history. Nothing's out of the realm of possibility. And let me know, do you think, these companies are just going to continue to shoot themselves in the foot, or maybe a better apt metaphor would be run over nails in the highway? Or will they actually, try to, have governments listen to logic and reason? Though those things are usually like mixing oil and water with those kinds of conversations. Let's just say I'm a little pessimistic, and it's quite sad. The affordable, well, moderately affordable for a sports car, Porsche came with a stick shift, which, again, for Porsche, this entry level, $76,000, which that's enormous. I couldn't afford it. It's an enormous amount of capital, don't get me wrong. But the 911 starts like 6 figures plus. So, yeah, definitely sad news as Porsche continues to crumble to EU regulations. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.